When once a decision is reached, and execution is the order of the day, dismiss absolutely all responsibility and care about the outcome. William James. Approach each new problem not with a view of finding what you hope will be there, but to get the truth, the realities that must be grappled with. You may not like what you find. In that case, you are entitled to try to change it. But do not deceive yourself as to what you do find to be the facts of the situation. Bernard M. Baruch. And finally, you have got to say to yourself, I think that if I keep working at this and want it badly enough, I can have it. It's called perseverance. Lee J. Iacocca. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it. And, what is more, you'll be a man, my son. This famous poem by Rudyard Kipling has been an inspiration to its readers for more than a century. Inventors post it on their walls. Explorers read and reread it before going on their quests. If we all followed Kipling's injunction and persevere in our efforts, we would achieve much in our lives. Yet, from the time I first became engaged in educational work, I was astounded to learn how large a percentage of students who enrolled in night schools of all sorts grew weary and fainted by the wayside before their goals were attained. The number is both lamentable and amazing. It is a sad commentary on human nature. This is the 6th chapter of this book, and I know from experience that some of the people who are listening to this audiobook are already growing disheartened because they have not, in the 5 previous chapters, conquered their fear of audiences and gained self-confidence. What a pity, for how poor they are that have not patience. What wound did ever heal but by degrees? The necessity of persistence. When we start to learn any new thing, like French or golf or public speaking, we never advance steadily. We do not improve gradually. We do it by sudden jerks, by abrupt starts. Then we remain stationary a time, or we may even slip back and lose some of the ground we have previously gained. These periods of stagnation or retrogression are well known by all psychologists, and they have been named plateaus in the curve of learning. Students of public speaking will sometimes be stalled for weeks on one of these plateaus. Work as hard as they may, they cannot get off it. The weak ones give up in despair. Those with grit persist, and they find that suddenly, overnight, without their knowing how or why it has happened, they have made great progress. They have lifted from the plateau like an airplane. Abruptly, they have gotten the knack of the thing. Abruptly, they have acquired naturalness and force and confidence in their speaking. You may always, as we have noted elsewhere in these pages, experience some fleeting fear, some shock, some nervous anxiety the first few moments you face an audience. Eminent speakers, famous actors, and even the greatest of the musicians have felt it in spite of their innumerable public appearances. Their experience will be yours. If you will but persevere, you will soon eradicate everything but this initial fear, and that will be initial fear and nothing more. After the first few sentences, you will have control of yourself. You will be speaking with positive pleasure. Keeping everlastingly at it. One time a young man who aspired to study law wrote to Lincoln for advice, and Lincoln replied, "If you are resolutely determined to make a lawyer of yourself, the thing is more than half done already. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any other one thing."